stream, drop your name and where you're listening from in the comment section, okay? Drop it in the comment section so that I can interact with you. This class has to be an interactive class, so please. All right? Good. So moving on. What will be the objective of this seminar? So at the end of the seminar, I would really love you to understand the meaning of influencer marketing and how you can take advantage of it to gain more visibility and sales and even increase your network in your business, all right, and even in your life. So that's the essence of this course. Influencer marketing is something that has been very tremendous to me, and I always recommend it to anybody. As long as you're a business owner, it's one of the things that I always recommend, and of course, it has its results, okay? Earlier this year, I had the online visibility seminar, like an online event. That's a virtual summit. And I used the strategies I had learned so far to be able to connect to influencers home and abroad. Okay, I mean, some of them, eventually we didn't seal the deal, but do we have a working relationship? Do we have a relationship right now? Yes, we do. And that is the power of influencer marketing. Also, my younger sister, who is a fashion designer, started her business sometime last 2 years, and one of the things that I encouraged her to do was to leverage influencer marketing. And just within 3 months of leveraging influencer marketing, she made over 700,000 naira in profit in her business. So you can understand that this is not magic, okay? It has its own process, it has its own advantage, and it has its own disadvantages, okay? Good. So moving on, what is influencer marketing? What exactly is influencer marketing? Influencer marketing is simply you using key leaders or leveraging the influence, leveraging the authority of key leaders to drive your brand message to a larger audience. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. It is you leveraging the authority of key leaders to drive your brand message to a larger market. All right, that is simply what influencer marketing is. So for example, we have Eneghalu-Anele in this group, and we all know that, of course, when he speaks, people listen. All right. If you have a product or a service you want to market, you can talk to someone like Eneghalu-Anele and have him talk about your product to his audience. So this could be in his mailing list, in his Facebook group, on his Instagram page, on his Instagram profile, or his Facebook, whatever platform, all right? And because people know him, because people like him, they trust him, he already has a tribe. There is always that 50% chance that you are going to make sales, gain visibility, or gain brand awareness with whatever he does with your product or service, okay? For example, I don't know how many of you have seen this advert, H2O, with Ebuka Obi Uchendo and Adesuwa Wellington, right? Now that is influencer marketing. Though it was done through advertising, but hey, by virtue of seeing Ebuka Obi Uchendu, if I am an Ebuka fan, then you expect that I'm definitely going to love that H2O. I'm going to drink H2O. And if I am an Adesuwa fan, definitely I am going to love H2O. All right. So many people buy based on emotions, not necessarily because they love that thing, but hey, because this person that I love is doing this person that I love is on this product, I am going to buy it. And I'm sure it has happened to you also, all right? So think of the times when you had to buy something, right? When you had to buy a product, when you had to buy something, and I mean, it was not like you wanted it, like you could still survive without that thing, but hey, you bought it. You bought it maybe because you love the person, maybe because they used a storyline that connected to you, but hey, you bought it, all right? And that is what influencer marketing is simply all about. Now, when it comes to influencer marketing, there are 3 important people in influencer marketing. The first person here is the influencer, The second person is the audience. And the third person here is the brand. The influencer is the person who talks about this product. The audience are the people who will consume the message. And the brand is the one that probably wants to make sales, or, you know, they always have something they want to get out of it. All right. And that's the reason they go for influencer marketing. Okay. Now, who is an influencer? We already established that an influencer is a known voice, is an authority, an individual with influence, an individual that has a consistent brand. An influencer is someone that has loyal followers, all right? The person has an impact on his followers, all right? These influencers are everyday people like you and I, right? But they have been able to build their brand to the point that you can actually use them to market your product. All right. So they are not marketing tools. They're not like your Facebook ad manager dashboard. They're not like that. All right. But they are assets. They are social relationship assets. Unlike your Facebook ad dashboard, you just go there, you press, click, and hey, it starts obeying you. But influencer marketing works based on relationship. And you can agree with me that relationship is an asset that anybody in this life must be able to build, okay? So if your influencer is your relationship assets and not your marketing tool. So let's look at an example of examples of influencers. There are so many of them. I'm sure if I start mentioning names, some of you would know the people I'm talking about. So let me mention some names, all right? Lasisi Elenu. I'm sure you're very conversant with the name Lasisi Elenu. Brother Shaggy. How many of you know Brother Shaggy? Falls the Bad Guy. Tiwa Savage. Who else? Genevieve Naji. Funke Akindele. These guys are influencers, but now they are just different people, all right? So these influencers are bloggers. So people like, as you can see on the screen, people like CCME. No, not CCME, sorry, this is not CCME. This is Olori Supergirl, okay? And the reason CCME came to my head is because they're all in the same category. So when we talk of bloggers, we have people like CCME, we have people like Olori Supergirl, we have people like Linda KG, and there's so many of them, lifestyle bloggers, people who churn out content every time that appeals to their audience, all right? Then we have the celebrities. On the screen, you can see Emeka, why am I mixing this up? You can see Noble Igwe, yes, that's his name, Noble Igwe, all right? So Noble Igwe is a fashion influencer, he's a lifestyle, he falls under fashion and lifestyle influencers, right? So even Olori Supergirl falls under bloggers, lifestyle influencers. She falls under travel influencers as well. If you follow her, you know she travels a lot. You know, I think she does food too, sometimes very, very minimalistic on that. But mostly she does, you know, information, and then she does travel. Unlike Noble Igwe does fashion, right? So people like Noble Igwe are even Derele, they are all in this category. Then we have the thought leaders, people like Emeka Nobis, Remi Owadokun, Temi Ashabi, Padebi Ojomo, John Obidi, okay? These are thought leaders, and they all fall into this category, all right? Good. Now that we've seen the examples, you know, of influencers, let's talk about the categories of influencers. The reason I'm going into categories of influencers is just so you know that we are all influencers, okay? All of us, you and I, everybody is an influencer. You just have to figure out where exactly you fall into. So we have the mega influencers. The mega influencers are those who have like 1 million followers and above, okay? And the truth is that a lot of people feel like, oh, they have 1 million followers. Okay, let's go there. Let us pay them, right? Mega influencers, at least most of them earn at least close to 500K. I'm talking in Naira now. 500K to like 1 million plus per post. And I'm not kidding. Okay, I'm not kidding. So the mega influencers, they have 1 million followers and above, but their engagement rate is usually between 2% to 5%. Please take note, all right? Their engagement rate is usually between 2 to 5%. Now, the next category we have, they are the macro influencers. So these people, the macro influencers, typically have from 10,000 followers to 1 million followers, all right? And their own engagement rate is between 5% to 25%, right? Then the last but not the least, micro influencers, people like you and I. They typically have followers from 500 to 10,000 followers. And guess what? They have the highest engagement rate. Very funny, right? Very funny, but yeah, that's the truth. They have the highest engagement rate. The engagement rate is usually between 25% to 50%. Okay, so these are the 3 categories of influencers we have. So just in case you're wondering, oh, when am I going to get to 1 million followers? I can start any 1 million. Hey, you have the power. You have the most power, actually. All right, you have the most power. You just, I always advise that you get your followers from like 5,000 to 10,000. That way you can command more and even get much more money. All right, get much more results rather. You can get much more results. All right, good. So now, why influencer marketing? Why am I talking about influencer marketing? Why am I encouraging you to go for influencer marketing? I'm actually telling you to go into influencer marketing because the return on investment is it's way too much. It's 11 times over the normal forms of marketing, all right? And this has been proven by Tap Influence. They partner with Nielsen Catalina Solutions on a study, and it revealed that influencer marketing generates 11 times more. Influencer marketing gets 11 times more results than traditional digital marketing. Okay? Very funny, but that's the truth. I mean, I'm not just talking because I know these things or I researched. No, I'm talking because I have actually practiced it. I have practiced it and it works. It works. Okay? Another reason I'm going to advise you to go for influencer marketing is the fact that a lot of people go to social media to decide if they will buy something or not. They always go there for buying guidance. So for example, you go on Instagram, right? And you're like, oh, I don't know how a day, like you want to buy, the ladies in the house, you want to buy a handbag or a shoe or a dress, and then you just go on Instagram to look for vendors, people who are selling. People do it a lot. I do it a lot. Anything I'm looking for, I mean anything, from courses to products to services, I go to Instagram to search. I go to social media to search. I don't know how many of you do that, but personally, I do that, okay? So let me know in the comment section if you also do that as well. So a lot of people, 74% of people actually turn to social media, to social networks for guidance on purchase decisions. Now, the third fact here is that so many people are beginning to block adverts on their laptops. So for some reasons, a lot of people, for privacy's sake, for speed, for security, they don't want to be interrupted, they don't want to be distracted. People are blocking their adverts. Even on social media, people are tapping, I don't want to see this advert again. I don't see this advert again. I don't see this advert again. But hey, if they're following their favorite influencer, they will definitely see your advert if you use that influencer. All right? So there's no way they can block that influencer. The influencer will promote your product and your services on social media, and these same people that are blocking adverts will get to see it and they will get to respond to that advert. All right? These are things that you have to understand. Now, to the important thing that brought us, to this place tonight. how to connect with influencers, how to use influencers, how to leverage influencers for profit. All right. Number one, get to know your influencers. Get to know your influencers. I'm tired of people saying, I paid X amount of person money and the person did not deliver. I paid X amount of this person money and the person did not deliver. The first question I always ask is, number one, what do you do? Number two, the person that you paid, does the person's brand align with yours? I mean, if I'm in travel, then it means I should be doing stuff with someone who is in travel. If I'm in food, I should be working with a food influencer, right? So you can't say that, for example, you want to sell your course, a course on digital marketing, and you're going to meet someone that is in food, unless that course is about marketing your food business. So that way you already know that, okay, this person can market to other food vendors or other food influencers because they follow him or her. So get to know your influencers, get to know their values, get to know how they work, know their work ethics. How do they, what is their language style? Because even, for example, even if I do food and I want to meet a food influencer, there are still some food influencers that you cannot work with, okay? And this is based on the person's language, the person's style, the person's audience. These are things, for example, if you're selling premium food, so let me say you sell a plate of food for 15,000 naira. And when I say a plate of food, I mean maybe rice and chicken. You sell it for 15,000 naira. You can't go and meet an influencer whose major audiences are people who buy like 1K, 2K. That will not work. So it means you're not just meeting a food influencer, you probably have to work with the high-end chefs, you know, that have, those ones that have a large following. It means you have to work with them because those chefs, they're the ones that will just spray one tiny thing in the center of the plate and sell for 20K, and their followers are buying. All right? So get to know your influencers. The second thing here that can help you to connect and leverage with influencers for profit is to be different. Give them a reason to listen to you. Do not chase influencers. Do not do that. Don't do that. Be different. Go straight to the point. Don't go high, you know. Make sure that everything about you is already well packaged. Your social media page, your product, everything makes sense already. Because these guys will do a research on you, whether you like it or not. They will definitely do a research on you, all right? Which brings me to the third point. Make sure your offer has great value for them. This is where a lot of us get it wrong because we try always to, you know, that's why I don't like to use the word use influencers. That word use, you don't use influencers, okay? You don't use them, you leverage. And that leveraging comes with building. Leveraging anything comes with building. Even if you want to leverage social media, you build over time. All right? So make sure that your offer has a great value for them. Are they getting a certain percentage when sales are made? What exactly is in it for them? You have to spell it out and it has to be clear. Very, very clear. All right? Then the fourth one here is even after you're done doing business with them, still stay in touch and give more value. So things like sharing their posts, commenting in the comment section, you know, referring clients to them. These are things that will make you stay evergreen. They won't forget you in a jiffy. No, they will not. Everybody, of course, loves someone who goes the extra for them. And that's what you're expected to do. Go the extra for them. All right? Go the extra for them. Avoid the whole the whole entitlement thing. Avoid it. If maybe by any chance you come across any challenge while working, make sure that you're communicating effectively. Don't go on social media and say, hey, I gave this person 100K to shout out for me and the person did not do this one, not do that one. Hell no. You don't do that. Because guess what? The moment you do that, you are actually destroying your relationship with other influencers that you have not even met. Because the moment you do that, and then you come to meet me and say, hey, Joy, I want you to be able to do this for me. I'll say, no, I can't do that for you. Because if anything goes wrong, you will try to embarrass me, and nobody wants that. All right? So these are ways you have to work with influencers, even when you're sending them emails, spell it out. What you expect. I expect to make sales, and don't go overboard with your expectations. You know, I remember somebody telling me he wanted to work with me, and that he wanted that for the result will be that he will at least make, he said, 50 sales in a week. And I laughed. I laughed because even if you go to his Instagram page, it was crap. You know, so how exactly am I as an influencer supposed to do that for you? Because it's one thing for the influencer to talk about your product. It's another thing for when people land on your page. How does that work? When people land your page, what happens next? Is there a call to action? Is your payment link working well? Does your page look good? There's so many things. So these are things that you have to spell out when you want to work with an influencer. A lot of you are writers in this group. A lot of you are authors in this group. So mostly affiliate marketing is going to work for you. If you have a book and you want to sell it, or you have a program and you want to sell it, look for influencers that have the kind of audience that you want. Spell out what is in it for them. Some influencers, if you come and tell them, I will give you publicity, they don't want that. They're not interested in that. All right? Spell out the value. When we did stuff for my sister, the influencer marketing for fashion, part of the things that we did was that, okay, we'll send clothes to you. You can have the clothes, just wear. I remember we worked with one influencer who insisted that she was going to keep the clothes and we would still pay her. And guess what? We did. But did we make the money back? We made it 100 times over. All right? So these are things that you have to spell out. Very, 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 very important. Moving on. There are 7 possible goals that you can achieve using influencer marketing. The first one is to drive traffic to your website. So that could be a collaboration. So that means you can guest blog, for example. If, let me say, Eneghalu-Anele has like 1 million followers, 1 million visitors every week, I can decide to guest blog on his website and then, probably put a call to action so that I may say, okay, visit my website or download this thing. So that would be number 1, driving traffic to your website, okay? An example of that is guest blogging. The second one is promoting a new product. So if you have a new product that you want to promote, you can actually decide to say, okay, let us split the money, right? Let's split the cash. It works that way too. Affiliate marketing works that way too. So you can use influencer marketing to do that. I don't know how many of you must have seen top influencers, people like someone like Neil Patel. They push a product that is not theirs, all right? Yeah, some of them do it out of their large heart, but guess what? There is something they're absolutely getting out of it, whether you like it or not, right? The third possible goal here is brand awareness. So you want people to know more about your business. You want people to know you. You want people to know about your business. Influencer marketing will help you. Just partner, collaborate with someone who is more popular than you are. The fourth one here is sales. H2O, they use influencers like Ebuka and Adesua. Why? Because they want to make sales. They didn't use them because they are flashy or they are fine people, fine boy and fine girl. No, they actually wanted to make more sales, and that's why they used them. All right. The fifth one here is to attract a new target market. So if you remember when I said digital marketing, partnering with a food vendor, so that means I have done a course for food vendors, and I'm partnering with somebody in the food industry. So that is me bringing myself to a totally new market. All right. So influencer marketing can help you achieve that. Then increasing your social media followers. Most people who say, okay, for you to win this, that's mostly contest on social media. If you want to win this, follow this person, like this person's post, do this one. That is a goal. That is a goal that you can achieve possibly on social media. So you can increase your social media followers. And of course, there's customer retention. All right? There's customer retention. To keep your current customers, you can keep collaborating with other influencers. And of course, have your customers keep falling in love with you. All right? Now, the benefits of influencer marketing. The benefits are a whole lot, but I summed it up all to these four, which is improve your brand awareness, effectively reach your target audience, improve your SEO, and then gain credibility. I'm going to go over it again. The benefit of influencer marketing is to improve your brand awareness. People will get to know you. You effectively reach your target audience seamlessly. You just use one person to directly target those that you're interested in talking to. You improve your SEO, of course. Once your name is everywhere, it becomes easy to find you, and then you can gain credibility by virtue of working with an influencer. There is this perception, this expert status that you just, you just achieve immediately. All right. Now, moving on, the 8 tips on how to use influencer marketing on a budget. We already talked about this, but we're just going to go over it one more time. So like I said, set realistic goals. Don't set goals that are just too overboard, like my guy who said he wanted to make 50 sales per week. All right. Set very realistic goals. Look at where you are now. Look at who you're working with, and then set a goal that matches, both of you, right? Find the ideal influencer. The person that has your style, the person that has the language, the person that has the personality you love, the person that has the kind of audience that you want. Find your ideal influencer. Then allow the influencer explore their creativity. Some of you will give influencer work. You tell the influencer, no, bend your leg like this. Tilt your head this way. No, curve your hands that way. No, shake your body this way. Allow them explore. Let them use the language that, their audiences can understand. Let them flow. Let them create what they can from their inner juice. All right. So don't interrupt their creativity. Choose micro influencers. I know that the numbers are very attractive, 1 million followers, 2 million followers, but like we earlier stated, micro influencers are those with the highest level of engagement. Trust me, whether you like it or not. All right. So those ones that you are neglecting, 5,000 followers, 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers, they are the ones that have the real engagement. They are the ones that have the engagement between 25% to 50%, and that is wonderful. So make sure you use micro influencers. Another pro tip I'm going to give you is to use more than one influencer at once. All right. If you really want to enjoy influencer marketing, use up to 2 to 5 influencers at the same time. If you have the budget for more than 5, amazing. All right. But use more than one influencer. Why? Because you really want people to be making noise at the same time. So if I go to the south, I'm hearing your name. I go to the north, I'm hearing your name. I tilt to the east, I'm hearing your name. Okay, let me just lean back to the west, and I'm hearing your name all at the same time. All right, so use more than one influencer. Study the numbers. Numbers do not lie. Study the numbers. Study the metrics. All right, how many followers? How many people saw that post? What was the impression like? How many people clicked? How many people bought? Write it down. Document them. These things will help you, all right? It will help you because if you document that, X influencer rather, got 5 sales, and then Z influencer got 10 sales. It means that you need to focus more on the Z the Z influencer, all right? These are the reasons you have to document your metrics, okay? Then be patient. Influencer marketing is not jazz, okay? Be very patient. Sometimes influencer marketing, you have to keep trying all over and all over again before it becomes a hit, all right? I don't know if you've seen influencers, they post one thing for like up to 1 month. Guess what? They pay them for that 1 month, okay? They pay them for that 1 month because sometimes businesses understand that, talking about this thing once may not just work. Okay, let's do it up to 5 times, 10 times, 30 times. All right, so be very, very patient. And then don't rely on influencer marketing alone. Remember, I said your page has to be top notch, run adverts if need be, invest in video marketing. Don't say I'm a small business, all these things, joy, these things are big money. No, you can create a video with your mobile phone, okay? You can create a video with your mobile phone. Get your friends that can act. Write down with scripts. Get someone that can direct. Use a very wonderful phone. And voila. Okay? Good. So, my question this night to you, my brothers and my sisters who are watching this very wonderful video, why are you not an influencer? What are you waiting for? Okay? You don't have to wait till you have 10,000 followers or 20,000 followers. Start where you are. Okay? Even if they're not paying you, money now, start testing. Start testing. There's a friend of mine who has been helping to push my other business. And sometimes he just calls me and he's like, how many people called you? Has anybody subscribed? And one day I had to ask him, I said, why are you doing this? And he said, I really want to measure my influence. I want to be sure that my audience are people that can buy, that can bring out money, that can invest in something. Okay? And that was a very smart method. So why are you not doing that? Why are you not pushing random people's businesses? You can decide, okay, in a month, let me face this person's business. Let me push it. Just tell the person, do your mathematics. Let me know those that are buying and those that are not buying. Okay? Even to be on the safe side, you can even have an affiliate link so that when somebody buys, the money just splits and you get your cut and the person gets their own cut. Okay? So why are you not doing that? Why are you not leveraging influencer marketing? Now, what if I told you that your audience can pay you to get more value for them? Yes, no matter how small. For as low as 5,000 naira, your audience can pay you. Starting from where you are, they can do that. All right? What if I told you that you can save them the hassles of researching and let them know that you are always available to help them boost their businesses? What if I told you that your audience can get their campaign done by you, their trusted and creative influencer? What if I told you that you can give them analytics that they will enjoy and they will fall more in love with you? Well, it's no longer a question of what if I told you. I am telling you now that yes, they can pay you for as low as 5K, for as low as 12K, for as low as 20,000 naira per post. They can do that for you. And you can even, since you're just starting, you can start to tell them, oh, I can do 4 posts for you on Instagram or on Facebook for 5,000 naira. That will be very, very marvelous. So newsflash, you too can become an influencer if you follow these 6 pillars that I want to share with you. You must be very, very consistent with these pillars. I call them the 6 pillars. Okay, you must be very, very, very consistent with them. For you to be able to ask somebody to pay you money, you must get these 6 things right. Number 1, your lifestyle. The kind of life you're living, is it something that people will long to live? Okay, so not because you are a writer or because you are an author. Who says you can't talk about food? Who says you can't share about travel? Who says you can't share about your love life? Okay, if it's going well for you, so who says you can't talk about that? Okay, your lifestyle has to be something that people, admire, something that they look forward to, something that they would love to have. Your lifestyle, it could be a life, and it mustn't be. Don't say I don't have the money to travel out. Start from here. When I started traveling from the West. Okay, I started traveling from the West. You may want to know that I've toured almost all the states in the West. Okay, start from the West. Start from Nigeria. If you're in Lagos, to go to Ibadan, a budget of 15,000 naira will take you away for 1 week. Okay, just have a friend that you can stay with. So sightseeing, taking pictures and all those things. Go to Osun State, and there are lovely things that you can go to see. Get life lessons from all those things. All right. It could be food if you're a foodie. It could be that you love to, you love to go to recreational centers. But your lifestyle is something that people must always, always, always love. They must crave to have it. Okay. The second pillar here is your personality. Who are you? What do you stand for? What values do you stand for? Are you a funny person? What kind of language do you use? Okay. Are you somebody that people will always, always long to hear from? Your personality. From the way you look. How do you smell? How do you talk? Okay, do you have a kind of branding? Maybe you're among those like Debola Lagos who likes to wear white and red. Okay, or do you have a particular kind of style or clothes you love to wear? All these things sums up your personality. Who really are you? People must be able to relate. They must be able to love who you are and what you stand for. Then your story. What is your story? Okay, your story, is it something that motivates people? Is it something that people is it a story that people love? Is it something that makes people cry? Your story should be able to drive a certain kind of emotion in people. So it could be maybe you want them to be happy. And the truth is that no matter the kind of emotion you actually want to get from people, we all have that kind of story. So if you want people to go all mushy, oh, we go love, oh, you have that kind of story. If you want people to go, oh my God, I can't believe I cried right now, you have that kind of story. If you want people to go, yes, we can do this, I'm sure you have that kind of story as well. If you want people to go, oh man, if she did this, I can do this too, I can win at this too, I'm sure you have that kind of story. Okay, so no matter the kind of emotion you want people to get, you have that story. You only need to search. All right, you constantly need to share your story so that people can relate, people can know what you stand for. All right. The next one here is your platform. What platforms are you sharing on? Okay. A lot of us try to be everywhere at the same time. Somebody called me on phone. I was like, hey, Joy, you've not been on Facebook for a while. What happened? I hope everything is okay. And I'm like, yeah, everything is fine. Everything is doing good, But that was because I realized that I didn't need to be everywhere at the same time. I mean, I had my mailing list and I had my social media platforms. I had my bots, okay? I just had to choose a platform that aligned with what I was doing. And for me, Instagram was it. I'm back now on Facebook, but of course, you always see me more active on Instagram. I mean, I've explored Facebook. Facebook has been lovely, and I still love Facebook. But hey, for where we are headed, we have to streamline. We can't be everywhere. We can't be everywhere. In the future, of course, I'm going to, I hope I will be able to afford to pay people, to handle all this things finally, because that's the goal. That's the dream, okay? That is the dream. But right now, what platform are you sharing on? Okay, those that you're speaking to, where are they? Are they on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Twitter? Are they on Tumblr? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Pinterest? Where are they? Go there and start sharing, okay? Then your core message. What do you stand for? So many of us, okay, so let me use Emeka Nobis, for example. Emeka Nobis, if you really want to, maybe if you ask somebody who is new today and say, okay, what does Emeka stand for? The person might tell you content creation, social media, things like that. But you and I know that aside all those things, he has other things that he stands for. So far, I now know that Emeka Nobis is someone who is very much accessible, as long as you don't abuse your boundary. Secondly, he's someone who cares about people a lot. So from time to time, you see him saying, please guys, this woman is homeless. Please, let's put money together. And he's always very, very transparent. Okay? Now, for you, what is your core message? Aside being a digital marketer, aside being an SEO specialist, aside all those things those ones, they bring money for our pockets. But aside that, in life, what do you stand for? What is your core message? Okay? We have Meme Wadokun who says, too late to be nobody. All right? And that came out of her own story. Okay? We have someone like John Obidi who's always encouraging you to be phenomenal. And that comes up too from his own story. All right? For me, my own language is to take charge. Take charge no matter what. And that comes from my story. All right? So for you, what is your core message? Tie it around what you do. Who says you can't tie digital marketing with your core message? All right? Emeka Nobis has successfully tied his core message with what he does. So tomorrow, if I see him talking about a woman who needs help, it's not new to me. I mean, that's who he is. He's someone who cares. He has established himself as someone who cares. All right? Someone who is close to the people. All right? Not all of course, you can't be like Eneghalu-Anele. Not everybody can be close to the people, all right? Not everybody is wired that way, all right? But if that's who you are, then find your core message. Whatever works for you, find your core message. And then your audience, these people are your powerhouse, okay? Who are the kind of people you want to reach out to? What do they do? What do they stand for? Are they people that, you know, where can they be seen? If you sell a product to them today, can they buy? These things are very, very, very important so that you don't start building the wrong audience, all right? Some of us, okay, let me just say this, first things first. In as much as you have your core message and you're somebody who cares, you want to be there to motivate people, you want to do this, you want to do that, it doesn't change the fact that you're a business person, okay? So your audience, yes, they should be able to digest your core message and they should be able to buy from you. Not everybody will eventually buy from you because we have those ones who are just there for the core message, those ones who are just there for the product, and then there are those ones who are there for both. You have to be able to balance these things effectively, all right? Good. So we have gradually come to the end of this class. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have questions at this point, let me know, okay? If you have questions, let me know. Let me take a look at my phone and see how I can, of course, get the comments, all right? Let me see how I can get the comments. So let me know if you have any questions for me in the comment section. All right. Okay, I think I will have to unshare my screen. Okay, not unshare, but let me go to Facebook so that I can be able to see your comments, okay? So sorry guys, you're going to be seeing my Facebook wall because I want to see your comments. I can't see it on my mobile phone for some funny reasons. So let me know if you enjoyed the class, if you got value, let me know, please. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. Let's take your questions, okay? Yeah, so pen and ink masters. Network, behave now. Let me know if you have questions. Please put them in the comment section. I want to come and hail all of you now in the comment section. So please give me a few minutes. Let me find pen and ink masters. Okay. Yeah, I bleed ink. I love that. I bleed content. Yeah, so good. All right. Obiya Williams, I see you. Thank you so much. Caleb, thank you so much. George Fente, so nice to connect with you. Eneghalu says I'm shy. Yes, Eneghalu, he loves to lift other people. Yes. Elijah says I'm testing mine on Twitter and it's yielding positive results. Fantastic. It is very important that you test your influence, okay? Don't start with people paying you. Someone like me, I remember earlier this year, I did something for someone in fashion, all right? It wasn't really big, but I was happy because a lot of people responded. I did another one for somebody who bakes, and the result was fantastic. You know, on my WhatsApp alone, I had like 6 people who made inquiries to buy, and that made me happy, all right? So you have to constantly test your influence. Then when you're sure that, man, these people are really responding to stimulus, right? You can now start charging. And who says even while you're testing, you can't charge? You can charge. Okay, that's why I said you can tell the person, okay, pay me 5K. I will do 5 posts for you, you know, for 1 week, you know. Normally, if you're like a big person or if you had like a whole lot of followers, 1 post, 350K, 400, all those Instagram comedians you're seeing, that's what they charge. Per post on Instagram, 400K, 500K, 350K, all right? So since you don't have such large numbers, you can start, even while you're testing, start charging. There's nothing wrong doing that, okay? There's nothing wrong doing that. Yes, LV, start where you are. That's so right. Concepta says, I'm finally here. Yay! Of course, social media is a process, okay? Thank you so much, Emeka. Thank you. Uduma Ikoro, I see you. Thank you so much. Yeah, Chidindu says, very important to align with key industry influencers. Very, very, very important. All right. Sandra says, lovely slides. Thank you so much. Thank you. David says, yes, people block ads via laptop. Yeah. So that's why influencer marketing is the new gold. It is the new gold, okay? Even healthcare-based decisions are taken on social media. So you see, I'm trying to see your comments. So yeah, 2.2 to 5% for mega influencers. Yes, yes. Very, very, very important. Okay. Yeah, influencers are not marketing tools. They are social relationship assets. I'm very, very excited that you guys got the major points and you understand what influencer marketing is all about. Okay. Consultant says it ended shortly, but it's worth it. I was actually getting ready to enjoy more. Oh, so sorry for that. So sorry. Elvis says, Joy, you're the bomb. Thanks for sharing value. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please, let's all appreciate Mazi Emeka. Says, like always, I love to call him Mazi. Okay, so let's appreciate him a lot. Some of us that may not be able to, that may not be able to do like him, but I mean, he is really, really impacting lives more than teaching, and of course making money out of it. But he's really, really impacting so many people's lives. I don't know about you, but he impacts my life a whole lot. I learned from him, and I never stop learning from him. Okay. Sometimes, even if I don't opt in for his product, I just try to study his systems, and I'm like, oh, this makes sense. So, and I think he's someone who is doing something that is not, that's not just everywhere. He tries to be different. He tries to be very, very much different. So let's thank him so much for giving us this opportunity to be able to communicate, to be able to commune tonight in this group. So since we do not have any questions, I will be running away. We have 7 minutes to 9 p.m. All right. If you don't have any questions, I will be running away. Thank you so, so much for connecting with me. And I look forward to you guys building your influence and, helping people to push their businesses. Okay. Trust me. Look into yourself. If you love to travel, if you love food, start looking for those that are selling food. Okay. Tell them I can push your business. Okay. If you love clothes, start looking for those that are sewing. Okay. Tell them I don't want your clothes. Let me just snap and return your clothes, but just pay me X amount of money. Even if they want to give you free clothes, well, that's not bad at all. Okay, that is not bad. So, but the point here, the goal here is for you to be able to build your influence. The goal here is for you to be able to raise yourself to that expert level. And guess what? Another fantastic thing you can do is to also collaborate with other influencers in your niche. So that people who do this mostly are fashion bloggers or fashion influencers. So you see two people, they will go and snap a picture together, and then they will share the picture and say, hey guys, I worked with this person to that person. Who says you cannot do it as well? Who says you cannot do that? So tomorrow I can decide to partner with Emeka Nobis and say, hey, for this course, we take a picture, something out of the norm. In this our industry, people are used to, you just take professional picture. You just stay like robots and snap picture. Who says you can't dance? Who says you can do different creative things? I mean, see ClickFunnels. They created a musical video for ClickFunnels. So who says you can't do a video clip for your course? Who says you can't do that? All right. So there are very, very fantastic and refreshing ways you can build your influence. You only need to look inward and see what you love and then tie everything together. All of them can't stand alone, okay? You have to tie everything together. You can't say, oh, my lifestyle, I love to travel. Oh, yeah, let me be showing only lifestyle. People will start seeing you as somebody who only likes to travel. But if you're able to just share, okay, today you're talking about travel, tomorrow you're talking about your course, tomorrow you educate, why not? People will start beginning to understand, okay, there are different parts to this person. He likes to travel, he likes to teach, he likes to help people, he likes to do this. You don't even need to speak too much English. By themselves, they know how they will tie it together. All right? They will tie it together. Somehow Emeka didn't have to come and tell you, I love to help people. But here you are, you've been able to tie it together. Okay? You've been able to tie the caretaker, the Emeka Nobi is the caretaker, Emeka Nobi is the teacher, Emeka Nobi is the influencer. You have been able to tie everything together without having him to come and to tell you, okay, I love to do this, I love to do this. Okay? So thank you so much, guys, for having me. It's 4 minutes to 9 p.m. and I guess I have to run away right now. Thank you so much, Emeka. And I see you all that are sharing, liking, commenting. Thank you so, so much. All right? Emeka Nobis, please, permission to fall out. Permission to say bye-bye. Please let me know in the comment section so that I can run. Permission to run out, okay? Let me know, let me know. Uncle Emeka, oh, let me know if I can run, oh, let me know in the comment section. So I can run. Uncle Emeka, can I run now? Can I leave? Permission to fall out, permission to leave the live stream. Thank you so much for having me. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, I think Mazi Emeka is on and off. So I think I'll just go. All right. Thank you so much and good night. Bye. Okay, he says to talk about my book. Okay, so the book is called Facebook for Entrepreneurs, and it's a book I wrote based on my experience on Facebook, all right? When I started my business, everything was on Facebook. Until date, everything I do is 100% online, okay? I'm one of those people who go to events. Yes, I connect with you, but I don't start selling to you when I meet you in an event. What I do is to just, make you fall in love with me, and then you follow me online, and just from there, okay, let's just buy her product, okay? So all my connections, most of the people I know, 70% online. In fact, most of the people I know now, okay, I'm aside from my old friends going to university and all that, but most of the people I know now are mostly online. It may interest you to know that one of my best clients who has become family, I met her on Bella Niger, all right? And then when I did a guest post at Bella Niger, from there she came for my event, from there we connected, and today I go to her house for holiday, we connect, and a whole lot of stuff. So Facebook for Entrepreneurs is basically the strategies that I use to grow my influence online and to sell, all right? So